I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. If you've clicked on this video, thank you. And by the way, I hope that you watched till the end. Now, the main purpose of this video is really to, I guess, catch up, right? It's been a few days since I made a new video on this channel, and that's because I have been quite busy in the past 2 to 3 weeks now. Most of my time off has really been spent on working with those that are going through the Speedbird program, and just shedding some light on areas that maybe they should focus on. And it's been very interesting. It's been very busy, but this was expected. And now that the interviews are ongoing, I hope that they perform well, and I hope that they succeed. That's the main goal. Right now that I'm getting this opportunity to, I guess, have my full time back and be able to do my own things, I'll be able to make more videos again on the channel and spend time to actually think of these topics that I believe the audience are looking for. Now, right now, I came in from home. I came as a passenger to Oklahoma, and I would be working tomorrow morning out of here to the hub. Now, the goal on this next few days really is honestly going to be busy for me. The plans the schedule that I have, okay, is really going to be busy, and honestly, I feel like I won't have much time to make any videos, and that's why I'm making this video, just to let you know that hey, I've not been able to respond to a lot of comments. I've not been able to respond to a lot of messages on Instagram as well. I've not been able to really catch up on things because it's just been a very busy period. I did my training last week. No, not last week, actually. Tuesday and Wednesday, Monday and Tuesday rather, was spent training, and that was, I had to prepare for that as well. I had to get focused with that as well. So, that is all done now, but then I only had a very few days to myself. And one of those days was spent, with the people going through the Speedbird program as well. And the other day I had family visiting, and now I'm back to work. And then tomorrow is work till Tuesday, and it's just gonna be busy. And next week as well, seems like it's probably gonna be a busy week for me just because of personal plans going on. But I want you to know that I appreciate your messages. Please know that I'm not ignoring you. Know that I'm going to respond to you. But one thing that I want to share with you in this video, and I think it's important to talk about, when we talk about becoming a pilot, how the life of a pilot is and the experiences and the cool things you do, we often forget to touch on some of the challenges that also come with the job. And this is and understand that this is not really focused towards any interview, but honestly, it's also could be a good area to think about, all right? Especially, considering if you're going for an interview or you're doing an interview, it may come up. And this is something that, what are the challenges you could face with a job? And I'm going to share some of the challenges with you, right? As someone that has been in the industry for over 10 years now, I do have I guess enough to say about the challenges. And the first one that I'm going to share with you, and by the way, this video is not going to be edited, it's just going to be posted as it is, so bear with me. First one is scheduling. All right, understand that your schedule is something that you don't have control over majority of the time. You generally would have to submit a bid for your schedule. So let's say you have 100 people in the company, and the company makes 100 schedules, all right, different flying schedules. Those 100 people would bid based on seniority. So the number one person is able to pick exactly what he wants, right? The number two person is able to pick the first choice and the second choice, right? And it goes down like that. So that means if you are finding yourself somewhere at the 50% and lower in seniority, so that means anybody lower in the 50s, 60s, 70s range may struggle to get the good schedule that they want. And as a new person in a new airline, you will likely have to pay the price for being junior. And that's one important thing to keep in mind when it comes to the challenges of the job. There will be some schedules of flying that people don't want to do, that you will have to do, whether it's the long flights that people are trying to stay away from, or if it's those odd time flying where you're flying maybe very late or very early that people are trying to avoid, or if it's just the ones that are very complicated type of flying. So maybe there are some airports that you fly into that often require you to be on your A game. Some people try to avoid that, and those type of flying will generally go to the people that are junior. And again, as you're junior, as you gain seniority over time, this gets better, but it's something that you just need to keep in mind and you have to be able to deal with. The next thing, number 2, is the time off. Okay, now your schedule will generally have some time off included in it, right? Every month, and every month is different. Every month may have what we call maybe longer days in it, or shorter. For example, February is a shorter month, while some months are very long, right? And that will often determine your scheduled days off as well. And if you are unable to hold a good schedule, to affect the number of days that you have off, which then affect your quality of life. Number 3 is the training that we have to do on a regular basis. If you think about it, I just mentioned my training that we did. That training is there to make sure that you are on top of things. So if you are just waiting until the day of training to study, or a few weeks prior to your training to study, you may struggle through training. And that's where you need to be able to spend the time to prepare on a regular basis and to go into the books and keep up to date with changes in the manual. Now, this may sound very basic, but trust me, by the time you're in a company for 5 years, 6 years, it's like this repetitive process can make it complacent, because you end up thinking, well, you already read everything, so there's no point revisiting the book. But you have to be diligent enough to always go back into the books and study them like you're reading them for the first time. Now, the 4th thing, and at this point, is your social life, right? It's very important that when you have family members, you may not be able to spend time with them. Like I said, your schedule during the month is determined by your seniority. And that means if you, let's assume that you want to have Christmas off, trust me, as a junior person, you won't get Christmas off. And other holidays that may apply to you or in your country, those type of schedules may not be something that you can get that will have those days off, which means your social life is also impacted. You may not see your friends for some time. You may not see your family members for some time. And even your family members, if you're married, if you have kids, you may not be able to spend enough time with them. And this really highlights why there's a lot of divorce rates in the industry, especially in the aviation industry, where you're a flight attendant or whether you are a pilot. Divorce rates are quite high because of these reasons. And you have to understand that not everybody works in this industry that truly understands the industry. Most people understand the 9 to 5, knowing that you go from Monday to Friday and then you have the weekends off. With our job, sometimes you have to work 7 days in a row. Sometimes you may have to work 6 days in a row. Sometimes you might only work 2 days and have, it's all over the place. There's no weekend off in a way, unless you get a good schedule. Unless you get a schedule that lets you have the weekend off. And by the way, one of the cool things though about the job that I think I should say is the ability to travel and see different places. And I think it's important to say that, right? And I'm just focused on more of the things that you may not do or see, or the disadvantages of the job right now, but there's some cool advantages as well, right? Talk about the benefits that comes with the job, talk about the opportunity to travel and see places, talk about opportunity to meet different people from different backgrounds. Those are all advantages as well. And see different country, all right? Depending on the airplane you're on, you may be on an airplane that flies into different countries, and that may be a good thing for you. I thought I should share this information because, and of course the challenges that comes with the job, the numerous ones, right? This could be the health challenge. Remember, you have to keep your medical. That's also one that you have to work on and be diligent on, because, how you eat, how you exercise affects both your physical and mental health. And, it's something that you have to be proactive on, so that you don't fall behind, especially as you get older as well. You have to do your regular checks and things like that. So it's important, all right, to highlight these things for you that are thinking of becoming pilots. At the end of the day, my goal is to try to give you all the information so that you know exactly what you're stepping into and you're not caught off guard. I hope that you found value in this one. If you have, don't forget to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to see you in the next one.